Hey guys, Higgy Pop here. Woo! Look what Higgy did for Mrs. Hawkwoman. Look at the new car, huh? This is the new Hawkmobile. Check it out. You got the stealth black rims. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. And the thing is, it was Hawkwoman's birthday and everything, but we only had one car for like almost a year. But watch this. See this? You got the Higgy Pop Comics sign on the side. She'll get real mad if she catches me doing that. So let's get back to the Hawk's Nest. Guys, check this out too. I got a crypto poster. Oh yeah, from Second Alarm Charm, baby. Crypto. It says crypto. It says, lost in a strange world, one dog's heart will guide his way home. The last dog of Krypton. Crypto. Oh yeah. Guys, let's start off in the usual manner. All right, everyone in your positions. And hey guys, welcome to the Hawk's Nest. This is Higgy Pop. Let's look at some comics, man. Yeah, we had, it's been crazy, man. A lot going on. I mean, I say it all the time, but for reals this time, for reals. And yeah, just look at that poster again. Isn't that great? I said, Jim from Second Alarm, can I have a poster of Crypto? And then I said, can you get those in wallet size? I said, that would be great. But yeah, so it was Hawkwoman's birthday, and I had a little surprise party for her. Hawk Baby came down, she's like, oh. Yeah, good times. But listen, this new car, she's got all these rules for me, man. She's like, you're not driving in that car with your work boots, with your work clothes. I don't want you breathing in it. No farting in the new car. I said, hey, can I do anything? Can I look at it? Can I do that? Can I look at your new car? No, just pay for it. That's what, see what happens, man? I'm telling you. So I go to the Second Alarm. And they're like, I'm like, everyone stand down. Yeah. I got the claw horse. Woo! All right. And yeah, women. I mean, know your role, Hawkwoman. So this is my weekly poll. All right, I got the JSA. Oh baby. Oh, this is a lot better. This actually has Sergeant Rock and the Unknown Soldier in it. Back in the day when men were men and women were in the kitchen barefoot cooking me eggs. That's right. So but even when I was at Second Alarm, Hawkwoman's calling me and yelling at me. Where are you? If you don't get home in 10 minutes, I'm going to feed your dinner to the dog. I said, you ain't going to harm Hawk Dog at all. I'll be there, and I'll be there in 5 minutes. I don't want you feeding him that food. That's my dog. We can't afford a vet bill. So, yeah, so I had a little surprise party for Hawkwoman, and, yeah, and, you know, just between me and you, her brother-in-law, my brother-in-law, her brother, I don't know, man, guys, he's not in the club, all right? We have a club, and he ain't in it, you know what I'm saying? He's all right, but, you know, I heard him yelling at Hawk Dog. I mean, don't yell at my dog, brah. You know what I'm saying? I said, you can get the Hawk Dog, you know, he's mingling. Everyone's on the back porch having hot dogs, hamburgers. I'm at the grill, la-da-dee, la-da-da-da, right? And then all of a sudden I hear my brother-in-law, right? Hey, Jake, get away from there. Get out of there. Hawk Dog's like, what the hell's the matter with you? I was like, dude, you don't need to yell at the dog. He's got better manners than you. Believe me, he smells better too. And less hairy. I think this guy, he's the first generation that didn't drag his knuckles on the ground. Anyways, this was good because they go back in time. They talk about World War, you know, the Germans and all that. And it's good times. It's, like I said, Sergeant Rock and the Unknown Soldier. They go back when they looking for the Spear of Destiny. The Unknown Soldier takes them into this tomb and they find it. And Wildcat and Hourman, they go in there and they all want banana stomping. And Hawkman is there with the Black Hawks too. It was good times. Good times, man. So I enjoyed it this week. Good times. So after the party, all this, clean up, I was exhausted. Trying to spoil Hawkwoman made me exhausted. So I go all the way upstairs at the end of the day. I want to go to sleep. But I can't just jump into bed anymore. Because she has like this Mount Vesuvius volcano of pillows. So now I got to get all the pillows off the bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 10 pillows, and then I can lay on the bed. And then she comes in. She's like, "Where'd all the pillows go?" I said, "I only need 1, not 10." Are you addicted to pillows, Hawkwoman? Anyways, Absolute Superman issue number 8. This is not bad. The art is fantastic. Sickness. This is sick. I'm telling you. Watch this. So there's a Ra's al Ghul. All right, he's the baddie in this. All right, he's running this off kilter world, and everyone's evilish, you know. And they send in these guys. They're called Omega Men, not the real Omega Men. These guys are the rebels. And they attack Ra's al Ghul in his office building, like 30 flights up in the skyscraper. And Ra's al Ghul he crushes one guy's skull, right? And then he throws another guy in the pool, the water. I forgot the one that makes him young. I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry. And the guy that he threw into the pool turns into a little baby, right? So then Ra's al Ghul grabs the baby. Sick, very twisted, and he's talking to the baby all nice. He goes, "Oh yes, nice baby. Isn't this art great, right?" He's like, "Nice baby, la 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 la." He goes, he's making a little monologue. He's like, "I've lived for thousands of years, but I never had kids," right? He's talking to the baby, and then he throws the baby out the window. Yo, Ra's al Ghul, yo. And then you hear traffic down below. Oh my God! So this was good, very good. So they get the best of Superman. They shoot him with some. The Peacemakers shoot him with like a kryptonite bullet, and but Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane save him. They get him some help. I spoil it. That's what I do, man. So I don't know, man. It's just I get tired lately. I don't know how I went magically from 25 years old to 51 years old. I mean, is there a space-time continuum I went through? I don't know what the answer is, man. All I know is I think the answer is somewhere in the Hawk's Nest, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm telling you. You know, my wife always asks me, when you die, I mean, very great conversations we have. She's like, when you die, do you want to be buried or cremated? I'm like, I don't know, surprise me. Yeah, man. So, but, our good friend Ron Foss, I just got word that his mother passed. So, prayers out for Ron and his family and his sweet mother that passed. Ron, I'll call you, man. And if you need anything, brother, give me a call, man. I'm here, brother. And it's just crazy. You know, Ra's al Ghul was crazy. But sorry about your mother, Ron. And hang in there, buddy. It reminds me of what my grandmother used to say. My grandmother used to make the best oatmeal cookies. They were awesome. I said, "Grandma, what's your secret?" And she goes, "I never loved your grandfather." I said, "Oh." I thought she was going to say brown sugar, but no. She never loved my grandfather. So this is the other one I got. All In, Justice League, The Atom Project, issue number 6. Fantastic. Now, all 3 Atoms are on the same page. They rescue the Atom, the silver guy, from the Legion of Doom, because he was captured with the other small Atom, Ryan Choi. Ryan Choi busted them all out by himself. He's a hero. We don't need another hero. Yep. And so this was a great story. Good stuff. Now they're all back together and they're on the same page. They're going to give all the heroes their powers back one by one. Let's get it done. So, boom. And they know that the big bad person they've been trying to follow out there in the world that's been causing havoc is the Legion of Doom. So they're on it. They're on it like a bum on a ham sandwich. Boom. So there you go with that. And so now I'm just at second alarm. I'm just wandering. La-da-dee, la-da-da-da. And I find this. This is what I need. I'm trying to finish up my Miss Marvel run. Issue number 13. Boom. Bedlam in Boston. Hey, I parked my car. I got the keys to my car. I gotta go visit my aunt. And so the cover's by John Romita Jr. and Joe Sinnott. Yeah, it just came out in January of '78. Miss Marvel was closing the gate. And it's called Homecoming, with Chris Claremont writing, Jim Mooney on the art, and the letters are by Gaspar Saladino. Guys, thanks for joining me, man. You're the best. You're the best. And so there you go. Today, I got a big surprise. I've been dying to go over this for a long time. We're going to go over our friend Booster. Booster Gold. You want to talk about a good friend? Booster Gold is a friend. Anyways, let me tell you about my friends, all right? My friends. Now, sometimes, I only have friends that are in the comic book community. And sometimes, they all live far away. And sometimes I just want to talk to them on the phone, just say hi. But I don't really want to talk to them. I just want to say hi. I just want to touch base. But I don't want to have a deep conversation because I'm not capable of having a deep conversation. So, this is what I do. This is what I did. I called randomly. I called Easy Comic Reader, and I left them a message like this. All right? This is what you do when you're a good friend. This is the message I leave. Easy Comic Reader. No, hold on. We take it back. This is what I called Aaron, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, but I call him Gunner, and I called him. I just wanted to say hi, so this is what I did.
His mom named him Aaron. His mom named him Aaron. But his friends call him Gunner. Gunner is how he's called. Gunner. He's Gunner. Gunner. Were you there when we named Aaron Gunner? That's a new song for Gunner.
And so now I called Easy because, he needs to get called. And this was on a Sunday afternoon, all right?
Because I'm easy like a Sunday morning. Because I'm easy. Oh yeah, easy.
So that's what I do, all right? Just touching base. Sometimes I call Mr. Rigor Mortis. I'm like, Rigor Mortis. That's all I want to say. I'm just touching base, letting other people know I'm okay. That's what you do. So this was great. Good times, man. So she's in Boston visiting her parents. Her father is a construction worker, and he's on a construction site, and he saved someone. Her pa, yeah. And, doing construction in Boston is tough. There's only 2 seasons. There's winter and construction. That's it. Traffic's terrible. Yeah. You know why a lot of guys and people in Boston keep their license, driver's license on the dashboard so they could park in handicapped spaces. All right. So now, okay, guys, don't get jealous. I don't want any one of you guys getting jealous. But here it is. Oh, yeah, the Red Guardian, the Avengers, issue number 43. This is the real deal of Evander Holyfield. Check it out. Oh, yeah. You know why all hot dogs look alike? Because they're all inbred. Check it out, man. I always wanted this book, and at second alarm, I pulled the trigger. I mean, look at this guy. The Red Guardian's fantastic, great character. And there's my boy Hercules. He's like, have at thee. Oh, yeah. So John Buscema and George Bell on the cover. And it came out in August of 1967. Issue number 43. Look at them all up there. Look at the heads, the floating heads. Isn't it great? Yeah. And so the Red Guardian says, this is what he says. If I am to accomplish my purpose by destroying Captain America, I must surpass him in every way. Yes. And there's Bruiser Bates, That's a character in here. That's his first appearance, and the Red Guardian's first appearance. Oh yeah, this is what we call a key. A key. So I was very happy to pick this up, and I'd say it's in the condition of whoa plus. All the pages are intact. Yes, indeed. And let's keep the Avengers going, shall we? The Avengers issue number 70. This is the first appearance of the what do you call them? The Squadron Sinister. All right. So this came out in November of '69. All right. Hyperion will rip out your spine. This is fun, man. And it's like the whole story. Whizzer is narrating how the Squadron Sinister came about into, anyways. So the Grandmaster is attempting to capture the Statue of Liberty, the Taj Mahal, Big Ben, and the Sphinx, and they hired the Avengers to fight against the Squadron Sinister. You know the story. It's fun, man. Sal Buscema on the cover. When strikes the Squadron Sinister? Roy Thomas and Sal Buscema do this book. It's fun. The Whizzer. Great name. Yes, the Whizzer. So, his superpower is he could find a urinal anywhere at any time. I remember when I was hanging out with my buddies back in the day, before Hawkwoman would call me and tell me to get home. I'd be out with my boys, we'd be out. Let's say we're out at a club. Oof. We're in the bathroom, right? We all go to the bathroom, right? We're like, hey, how you doing? I see my buddy at the urinal, standing at the urinal. I go right up behind him, right behind his neck, and go, hey, sailor. So I did that, and then it turned out it wasn't my buddy. Weird. That guy kept following me all night. He's like, hi. So this is a great book. Guys, are you kidding me? Guys, check it out with this. The Sound Maker. Thank you. That's what I hear when I take my pants off and people see me nude. And this is one of my favorites right here. Higgy Pop. And what this is for is because this comic book cost a lot of... Actually, it didn't. I spent $12 on this. All right? I'm honest. I'm being honest. So, all right. Okay, now, more Avengers. That's right, I said it. Issue number 109, and this guy's throwing a little temper tantrum again. Yeah, I quit. Yeah, see, I broke my own toy, see? They're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? We don't have someone that can throw sticks at people. Anyways, Hawkeye. Where's my Hawkeye? This is my Hawkeye mask. Check it out. Check it out, guys. Come on, man. I found it in the garbage. For free. For free, man. No, I didn't have to spend any. Nah, for free. Of course, after I wear it, I have to get a tetanus shot. But besides that. So he says, that tears it. I've had it as an Avenger. Right here and now. Hawkeye's cutting out. He talks about himself in the third person. Hawkeye's cutting out. He goes, cut it out. So, yeah. And the cover's by John Buscema and Gaspar Saladino. The Measure of a Man. All right. The art inside is by Don Heck. This came out in March of '73. Boom. Oh, yeah. My boy, Big John. He loves these Avengers, man. I'm telling you what, they call him Big John. I was going to call Cheap Comic Collector, too. But, I didn't have a good song to sing to Rob, Not yet. Not yet. I will. Rob, I'm going to get you, man. If I call up Captain, like Rod, Captain Silver Age, I mean, he may call the cops on me. I'm just going to play it straight with Rod, Shannon, I could do that with Shannon. And I got some Daredevil. Oh, yeah, man. Issue number 105, November of '73. Now, look at these guys, all right? We have the Terrible Trio with Ramrod, the Screamer, and Dark Messiah. It sounds like they're on a porn set. I mean, watch out. Watch out, Daredevil. You know how, Daredevil, he's blind. He's the man without fear, but also the man without sight. You know how blind people, they all wear dark glasses? How come deaf people don't wear earmuffs? You know, these are the questions I have. It's funny, man. I swear, I was working in the work truck. This is like last week, and I was downtown, and they all sit there with the signs, you know, and they want money. And there's a guy there with a sign that says, "I'm deaf. Please give me money," or something. So I said, I'm at the light, so I said, "Come on over." And I'm like, I never saw that before. So I'm deaf. So on his way over, I'm in the big work truck, so I used the air horn. I went, "Arr!" And he went like this. He went, I said, got you. See? No money for you. He lied to me. And so there you go, man. I read this. This is fun. That's Moondragon, all right? And it's Craven the Hunter's in it, and Therese, and it's the first appearance of like Moondragon. She goes over her origin story, and Menace from the Moons of Saturn. Yes. You know why blind people don't skydive? Because it scares their dogs too much. Makes a lot of sense. And Daredevil issue number 107. Boom! Look at Matt Murdock, man. And I got this. I had to get this one because it had our man, Captain Marvel, on it. Blind Man's Bluff, featuring guest starring Captain Marvel. Look at that. Jim Starlin on the cover. Isn't that great? Awesome. The Black Widow. Widow. Yeah, so Hawkwoman's got a new car, you know. Me, I never. So I get the old car. The old car's mine. Thank you. I first of all, I got to be honest. I never personally ever owned a new car. First of all, the neighborhoods I lived in, it wasn't right to have a new car there because, you know, in my old neighborhood, my neighbors used to rotate my tires. They would rotate them from my car to theirs. I was like, nice. I'd be walking out to go to work, and it's up on blocks. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, hi, boss. I'm going to be a little late. So, got a couple more books, and then we're going to get into Booster Gold, all right? Booster is, you know what? You might think that Booster's a clown. He's not a clown. He's a hero. And one more. We got The Mighty Thor, issue number 144. And this Battleground Earth, all right? It's, look at this guy. This guy, in his hand, he has his rod. Yeah. So, Jack Kirby on the cover with Marie Severin. That's a beauty. And that came out in September of 1967. And it's great because Balder the Brave is in it. He's one of my faves. And Jack Kirby and Vince Coletta. And there's a second story with the Tales of Asgard, the beginning of the end. And let's check it out, man. Let's check it. See, and Ugatz wrote the number 6 on there. 6. So, look at him. There's Balder. Look at him. He's brave. And he talks to birds. He's like... Yes. So, yeah, Newport was fun. Guys, Newport. I was like, yes, egad. Hello, everyone. Carry on, Pip Pip. And, check out this classic Kirby Crackle. Classic. Look at them go. They're fighting the Enchanters. There's like these 3 bad dudes. They're called the Enchanters. And look at this guy. Look at Kirby. Look at the musculature. Those are supposed to be traps. Yeah. Trapeziuses. And look at this. Look at Thor. He's like, have at thee. He's like, ah. Nice. Love it. Look at this. Booyah. Look at that. Why did Shakespeare's wife leave him? She was sick of all his drama. Look at that. That is classic. Yeah. So when you're at a club with your buddies, don't walk up behind them at a urinal. When I was with my friends, man, we used to do my first house I bought, I was like 23, 24. I got the job at the phone company when I was 22. So I'm like, hey, look at me. I got a job. Hey. So I bought a house. All right. I can't afford it. So I have my friends move in with me, all right? This was the house of ill repute, but it's in the past, all right? But I'm telling you, whenever I had a girlfriend or something, this is how insecure I was, all right? Let's talk about Booster Gold. Booster Gold, all right? Booster Gold went to the University of Gotham City, and he was a football star, all right? So in my house, I played semi-pro football, and all my roommates were guys I played football with. Were a bunch of meatheads, idiots, morons, stupid, can't do math. Life is kind of challenging, day-to-day life, but we got through. And so, but Booster, he gets approached by who's he get approached by? By Rip Hunter. I have the first appearance of Rip Hunter on the wall over there. That's right. And and now there's anomalies. Ever since the New 52, there's been anomalies in all the universes, and Booster fixes them all right? And Rip Hunter needs Booster to fix all the anomalies. And Booster's like, but Booster gets approached by the Justice League just before this, a week before, and they're like, Booster, what are you doing? He's like, because they're like, you should be. He was fighting the one of the gangs that fights Batman all the time, right? The Royal Flush Gang, and so Booster's like, I'm just doing my job, and they don't trust him because of his past, and so Booster says, I'm in it to be a hero. I don't want any accolades. That's the old me. So they said, all right, we'll give you a week's trial. After a week, come and see us at the satellite, and we'll have a vote. So he's all geared up, and he's been saving lives all week. He's did great. But in the meantime, Rip Hunter approaches him and says, I need you to do this mission, or else the universe will blow up and things will happen, right? And Booster's like, I'm joining the Justice League. It's time for me to have a little fun, right? But Rip's like, I need you. He goes, and you can't let anyone know, all right? And he goes, yeah, so I got to keep being stupid. And Rip's like, listen, you have to keep playing the heel and a dummy and playing stupid because it's perfect. You're the perfect person to do this. So please, I'm sorry. You got to keep looking stupid. So Booster, even though he knows the future of everyone's lives and he could save people and be a hero, he always has to play stupid because he's saving everyone's life in the universe. Don't you understand? He's a hero and he has to be humble about it. All right? He can't go around and tell people the truth, what he's really doing. Booster, and he's a good friend because his buddy, Blue Beetle, he's the only one that stuck up for Blue Beetle when he got killed. When he got killed by Maxwell Lord. That's right. Ted Cord, his buddy. All right, so this is issue number 0. This was done by Geoff Johns, and during this run, Chuck Dixon did some writing, and Jurgens. I mean, this was the best. It goes up to I have all the issues. Well, I'll just go through a couple. Issue number 0. It's a little introduction, all right? And so I was telling you. So this house I lived at, right? Here's issue number 1, 52 pickup. This is where he's fighting the Royal Flush Gang, right? It's fun. And the Justice League approaches him, and there's the Justice League. They're like, hey, how are you? Right? They're all stuck up. They're all making fun of him, and so that's him fighting the Royal Flush Gang. The art in this whole series, every issue is fantastic. Booster Gold. That's right. So, of course, he has his... So, Booster was he played football for the University of Gotham City, and he was a star. But his father was a deadbeat, and he had a gambling problem. So, his father... He always wanted his father to love him, and his father approaches him and says, I need you to throw the game so I could win a bunch of money. And Booster did it, and he got caught. So he got kicked out of college, and this guy here is called Supernova. That's like Booster's great grandfather. All right. So this all takes place. Booster Gold getting caught playing football in the 25th century, and the only job he could get when he gets kicked out of college is at this superhero museum. And at the museum, they have the flight ring, right? And they have all the body armor and and all this stuff. And he's also what his plan is, he's going to start over, go into the time bubble, and go back in time and be a hero. And that's what he does. And he takes Skeets with him. Skeets, the artificial intelligence. So back in the day when I first started my channel, I went over the first series, the first run of Booster Gold, if you want to see those. But today we're going to go over this. So in present day, Rip Hunter says, "I need you," and when Booster goes to see the Justice League, and they're going to tell him if they voted him in, he still doesn't know. He's like, "I'm joining the Justice League," but when they hand him the certificate that says "Welcome to the Justice League," when he looks at it, it turns into a death certificate for Hal Jordan. That means the time is broken, and he sees it, and he's like, and he turns it down. He's like, "I can't do this." He goes, "I have to fix this." So he tells the Justice League, he goes, "In your face, I just wanted to show you guys that I could do it." And Batman's like, "Booster, what are you doing?" He goes, "In your face, Batman," and he leaves. And he hooks up with Rip Hunter, and the mission starts. And here we go. The first mission, he has to save Hal Jordan. And there's Sinestro. Sinestro, this is issue number 2. I got 2 copies of it. Sinestro with his big purple head. I played football with this kid that had a giant head. We couldn't get a helmet on. We had to paint the helmet on his head. I swear to God. Yeah. And, I mean, Sinestro's head's so big, he has to step into his T-shirts. Look at him. And, yeah. If Sinestro was a comedian, he'd be Eddie Murphy. I'm telling you. Yeah. With a big forehead like that, it gives his eyebrows a lot of wiggle room. Anyways, so then he shoots. He has to fix the time in the Old West. Here he is with Jonah Hex. Boom! Look at that. Him and Jonah. There's a big barroom brawl, big riot in the background. There's Skeets. Skeet. Good old Skeets. Yep. And you guys got to read this, man. This is fun. Dan Jurgens on art. The writer is Geoff Johns, right? You know what the Cowboys' favorite candy is? Jolly Rancher. Yeah, so he's got a big barroom brawl, riot going. There's a lot of protests out there now. So guys, be careful. Riggs, be careful out there in California. You know why cops get to protest early? They want to beat the crowd. All right. Too soon. All right. So, yeah. Cowboys, man. Cowboys. You know where the Cowboys' favorite city is? New York. All right. And then issue number 4. This is Supernova. So Supernova was originally, that's a super suit. He could go anywhere in time he wants to go, and it has all sorts of superpowers. And it was given to this kid Daniel, which was Booster Gold's like great-great-grandfather in present day. But he's a goober, this kid. He's a football player too, but he loves to just hang around and play video games. But he got beat up, and now in the Supernova costume is Booster Gold's real father, the one that made him gamble. Yes! So, and they're on the cosmic treadmill. The Flashes are involved, right? And, imagine if you had a voodoo doll of yourself. With the voodoo doll, you could put it on the treadmill and make yourself lose weight as you just sit around. That'd be great. Yeah. And, So I'm fighting with this guy at work, and he's the heavy guy I told you about. So he told me, he goes, I went to the doctor, and he told me I had a physical. He told me I'm a beast. I said, no, you misheard him. He said you're obese. He goes, I'm at the gym. I'm using every machine. I said, including the vending machines. So he got upset. He got upset with me. He did. So listen. I get it. When I was young Higgy, I was a fat kid, man. All my brothers and sisters were skinny, and I'm the youngest, so I had all the hand-me-down clothes. I got all these hand-me-down jeans. I mean, I couldn't even fit them on. I looked like I was wearing spandex. I looked like one of the Bee Gees. I looked like Vidal Sassoon. I was like, I mean, if I farted, I would have blew my boots off. Those pants were so tight. I'm telling you, man, I get it. I was always the chubby kid. And then I finally got my own jeans. We had to go to like Kmart and get the blue Hustlers, where the blue dye would wear off behind the legs because they would rub off, and so you have these white marks on behind your knees. I look like a geek. Issue number 5. So now Chuck Dixon takes over the writing. All right. Why is Batman just like dentures? Because he only comes out at night. That's right. Yes. That's right. What do you call a doctor? What do you call what kind of doctor was Dr. Pepper? Come on. A physician. All right. And here he is. So, Booster made a deal with Rip Hunter. He says, I will do this if you help me get Blue Beetle back to life. Go back in time and stop Maxwell Lord from killing him. So this is a great series, guys. I'm telling you. Issue number 6. Geoff John still writing. Yes. So Booster has a great heart, but he has to play the fool. You understand? And you know. So anyways, he wants to be a hero, but in the past he was always setting things up. Like Skeets would tell him, because Skeets was from the future, so he'd say, Booster, today at noon there would be a bank robbery. So Booster would always go to the bank and then, you know, be the hero. But now he's trying to be authentic about it. All right, and it's not forced or manipulated. He just wants to be a good guy, and that's what he's doing, man. And so there you go. And so he wants to be a real hero. And there's his buddy Ted Cord, his pal. So when I lived with these guys at this house, right? So one time I had this first date with this girl, and I was all nervous. So we came up with this big scheme. I said, guys, I'm going to the movies, all right, downtown. So I had my buddies. We set up a fake mugging. I was gonna come out of the movies, right? And we're gonna walk to my car, which was down one of the side streets in New Haven, and I was gonna have them come out. They were gonna wear masks, and they were gonna mug me, and I was gonna beat them up like Chuck Norris, and then look like a hero, right? So we're doing it. I'm walking down, I'm coming out, leaving the movie. I was like, come on, baby, yes. Then all of a sudden, here they come. They're like, hey, give me your money. I said, bring it. I said, stand behind me, baby. Stand behind me. And then they come at me. And I'm like, boom, yeah. And then all of a sudden, I'm whomping and stomping. I got a little overexcited. And I was like, one of them hit the ground. And I'm like, I started kicking him. And all of a sudden, he goes, oh my God, Higgs. And then she's like, what did he say? I said, I don't know, but I don't like it. And so then I said, I grab her. We run to the car. And I was like, I got home that night. I was like, guys, why'd you say, dude, you broke my ribs. I was like, dude, we almost got busted. Anyways, it didn't work out. See, you have to be authentic. It has to be natural. That girl, I don't know. I saved her life. Anyways, issue number 7. Look at that. They're back, man. Blue and gold. Great stuff. Issue number 8. Booster Gold, Blue Beetle versus Superman. Yes. They come to snuff the booster. Oh, yeah. And, Rooster Gold. Rooster Cogburn. Yes. Why did the rooster go to KFC? To see a chicken strip. Yeah. What kind of chicken grows on a tree? A pole tree. Yeah. You know, roosters always wake up everyone on the farm. But how do roosters wake up? With an alarm clock. Come on, man. Yeah. What do chickens study in business school? Eggonomics. Yeah. Why did the chicken cross the playground? To get to the other slide. So these are awesome. As I said, there's always great art in these. I forgot. I read this years ago. There's Booster. Good old Booster. Oh, there's Hawkman. There he is. Hawkman and Green Arrow. Guys, I'm telling you, it's like it's a callback to DC history in these books. I'm telling you. Who's that now? Who is that guy? Oh, there's Mad Dog. All right. Wildcat, or what's her face? So it's just great. All the characters Geoff John brings in. Of course, Hawkman is awesome. He needs to smack Green Arrow across the lips. Yeah, so this guy at work, he's always picking on me. I'm picking on him. He's the guy that's a one-upper. But, he's the one. He says he's a martial artist, too. I say, yeah, okay, pal. Just like Elvis was a martial artist. You see him, when the fat Elvis in the tight pants, he's like lifting his leg up. He can't lift it up past his leg. He's trying to kick. That's a partial artist. That's what that is. Elvis, You know, I don't understand how Elvis got so fat. He ate nothing but a hound dog. So that's great. Issue number 9. Issue number 9. And you know, when Elvis was in the army, you know what his job was? He looked for suspicious minds. He's like, I'm caught in a trap, and you won't out. So this is the storyline of Brother Eye. When Batman had Brother Eye and went rogue. This is, for me, this is when I got back into comic books. I started reading all these trade paperbacks about what was going on in DC Comics. And I filled up my whole garage with trade paperbacks. And I was like, I have been missing out. So then I started collecting all over again. And so I love this time period. Boom. And issue number 10. One of these men will kill Blue Beetle. And it's not who you think it is. There's Starro. All right. Here's issue number 11. Booster Gold versus Batman and Robin. Look at that cover. Look at that, man. Yeah, so Booster Gold, he has a force field with his suit. He has these blasters. He's got enhanced strength with his suit. And he's got skeets. So him and Rip Hunter are fixing all these time anomalies. But Booster has to look the fool all the time. But he's doing it despite. Issue number 12. Now, these ones that are involved, the Bat family, are written by Chuck Dixon. Issue number 12. There's Batgirl. Now I'm really confused. That's what Booster says. That's what Booster says. Issue number 13. Here's Maxwell Lord with a big Starro on his face. He says, to save history for Starro, Booster Gold must die. That's just the world-dominating starfish talking, right? Oh, that's Rip Hunter. That's right, that's Rip Hunter. See, I'm out of it, man. I'm out of it. I don't remember. Issue number 14. So this is the future. Oh, good. Everyone's got star rose on their face. Star Rose. Why did the tomato get embarrassed? He saw the salad dressing. And issue number 15. Booster Gold in the grip of the elongated man. Ralph Digby. The cover's by Dan Jurgens. He even got little skeets. Yep. What do you call a Roman emperor that doesn't age past the age of 19? Constantine. Oh yeah, this goes out to my friend Sleepy Reader because he's got a little interest in Enemy Ace Da. So Booster is involved with Enemy Ace in this one. He has to fix the time anomaly, and he goes back and he meets Enemy Ace. Look at that. That is written. That's Jurgens and Rapmond. Let's take a look. I got a couple copies of this one. Issue number 16. We'll look at a couple more. There he is. Look at that. Isn't it great? Yes. So, if I could go back in time, I'd fix a lot of things. Like, first of all, faking a mugging on my date with a girl. I remember getting embarrassed. In elementary school, I was always embarrassed. I had that teacher that told everyone in front of the class that I should tell my mother to wash my clothes. That was a good time. Thank you, Miss McQuiggan. But there was a time where she had to stand in front of the room and sing the ABCs. And I messed up because I always put LMNO as one letter. I sang it like this, LMNOP. She's like, what's LMNO? I said, LMNO. She goes, that's LMNO. That's what I said, LMNO. And then she had to sing the national anthem in front of the class. I almost pooped myself. My friend Rob Forrest, this kid had a nervous breakdown. He was like the first one. She goes, Rob, get up and sing the national anthem. We all had to do it one at a time. This kid started going, I was like, everyone's, get back. He's going to blow. I was like, it's not going good for Rob. Anyways, so here we go. Let's check it out. awesome. Just awesomeness. Awesomeness. The stories are great. There's Ralph Digby also. That's his sister. That's his sister, Gold Star. And Booster's sister also got murdered, killed. And she wanted to become a hero like her brother, Booster. And she became Gold Star. And she died. And Booster blames himself for her death. So he wants to save her life too. So this art is just fantastic. Every issue is great. Every issue. Awesome stuff. So, you guys can, if you can, get it in trade paperback form. The stories are great. I got 2 copies of that. Issue number 17. That's his sister, Danielle Gold Star. All right. And how come doctors, when they have the sign on the outside of their office, it says medical practice? Are you practicing? Is that what's going on? Issue number 18. The greatest hero you've never heard of, Booster Gold. Him and Rip. I'm trying to complete that Rip Hunter run from the Silver Age. Good stuff. Issue number 19. Now with 100% more Booster Gold. That's right, all of your wishes just came true. There's 2 boosters. That's what we call a time anomaly. And issue number 20. Da! He's like, gah. All right. Here's issue number 21. You're not Batman, and you're not stealing evidence from the Batcave. There you go. There you go. Oh, you know what I have? Let me show you. This is something that no one has. But here in the Hawk's Nest, this is what I got. I got it. This is Batman's tear. One of Batman's tears. All right? You know, this is very rare. Batman rarely cries. But I scored one of his tears, and I have it here in the Hawk's Nest. I mean, I could put it on eBay, but one time he was cutting onions, right? And I caught a tear, and I put it right in here, and I put it in a little safe over here. But I wanted to show you guys. I have Batman's tear. That's right. Issue number 22. Here he is. Boom. Deathstroke. And I always enjoyed this guy. Magog. Booster Gold and Magog. Fight the future. I enjoyed all this stuff. Issue number 24. Booster Gold. Rise of the Black Beetle. The Black Beetle. All right. All right. We're running out of time. You guys want to see some art? I've been drawing. Here's a little picture of like a Lion-O type of guy. He's like, give me sight beyond sight. And let's see. This guy, he's like, hey, he's putting a pistol on his head. He's like, oh my God, I got a headache. Do you ever get a migraine when you're shooting someone? So I did that. Let's see. Here's Thor. He's like, have at thee. And let's see. This is a barbarian trying to jump out of a way of a giant that has a giant spear. He's power squatting. And let's see. I was going to draw a Hawkman with a Conan, but that didn't work out. I abandoned that. Let's see. There's a little action scene that I also abandoned. That's Conan getting a couple arrows in his back. He's like, come on, boy. So I didn't finish that. This is cool. This is Tarzan. He with a wild bear and an elephant and a bird, a birdie. Yes, that's right. So, yes, I'm learning how to draw elephants now. Then I'm going to learn how to draw orca, a killer whale. That'll be cool. I have Aquaman for Ron Foss. I'll draw Aquaman with a killer whale. You know how you could tell it's a killer whale? It has one of those teardrop tattoos on it. That's how you know it's a killer whale. That's right. You learn a lot here. This guy, he's like, hey, how you doing? I got no hair. Oh! So I drew that. And let's see. Let's see here. This is a little nudity, but I didn't finish it. There's a little nude lady there chained up, and Conan's gonna save her. All right, don't worry, ladies. This a little trying to learn how to draw horses. That did not come out good. Do not judge me. All right, let's see. There's a guy with a beard. He's like, hey, how are you? And I'm just fiddling about. This is I drew that. All right. He's not, all right, he doesn't have a shirt on. Sorry. And this guy's like, hey, where's the skin for my face? So there's that. That's Skeletor's brother. And here's another battle scene. All right, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of action. There. And this guy here, that's like Red Wolf. And he's got a buddy. He's got a pal. And let's see. There's a couple of other things I want to show you. Let's see. There's just a guy chilling. All right. It's laundry day. He doesn't have a shirt either. And let's see. I was going to draw Mr. Terrific, but then I abandoned it. All right. Let's see. I can't wait for the Superman movie. Come on. Let's see. Here's Hawkman. He's like, hey, how are you? And let's see. This is Hawkman again. He's fist bumping someone after knocking someone out. All right. And this guy's like, and I got a couple more. Oh, this is Flash and Captain Cold. He's like, hey, all right. See, what do you think, man? Come on. This is all from my brain, I'm telling you. And this is my fave. This is me and Easy Comic Reader sneaking up on a sleeping dragon. We're gonna womp and a stomp on a sleeping dragon. Yes, we got him. Easy, we got him, buddy. All right. And is there anything else? I never finished this. This was just another superhero I made up, and I didn't finish coloring him in. I'm trying to color things. All right. Let's see. I was gonna draw a Hawk Woman. All right, I didn't finish it. And let's see. This guy's punching the ground. That's what I do. It helps. And Booster. He comes to snuff the booster. All right. And let's see. This is just sketching. I'm sketching things out. And look at this. Check it out. This is a Pict in the Conan, one of the Conan tribes. That's a Pict. From the Pict tribe, all right, guys, all right. This is Zod, all right. He's like, hey, how are you? And this guy, he was alligator hunting, and he got surprised by something. He's scared. He dropped his gun, and I got a picture of Hawkman. And I think that's it, guys. No, I drew this barbarian. He's grinning. And that's it. Oh, that's it. One more. Here you go. That's it. I don't know what is happening there. All right, guys? Guys, thanks for joining me, man. I promise I will go through the other 25 issues of Booster Gold. It's worth a read and it's worth checking out. And we are going to take it out with a song. And I promise you, Booster Gold is the man. He's the man. He is, listen, he's a great friend. Just ask Ted Cord, you know? And just like the great Mr. Rogers said, without a friend, I'm not a friend. And you guys are my friends. You got a friend. All right, guys, let's take it out. When God made Booster Gold, they must have broke the mold. He's really a good friend and a hero, but lets everyone think he is a zero. He refused to lay Blue Beetle to rest, so we love Booster in the Hawk's Nest. Read your comics. They make you smart.